step. Watch your step.
Hello guys, long waited video. You asked me so many times to do a quick cover up on my Elemental, and here it is. In this video I'm gonna show you dungeon and raid rotation, talents, and basically everything that I can help you with. But before we start, I want to talk about my stats, my gear, and everything that I'm running right now. So if you don't have 4 set bonus, I would suggest you to go 2 pieces from the new set and 2 pieces from the old set. Tested it many times, I actually simmed it as well. With the 2 set from old season and 2 set from the new season, you're actually gonna deal like 700-800 more overall DPS. The reason is that we are still getting the jackpot, and that gives us a lot of haste through the dungeon, and I think that's the best way to play if you still don't have the 4 set bonus. Why I'm saying that? Because I have my 3rd piece, but I'm waiting next week to get my 4th piece, and that's why I'm still staying like that. So conclusion, stay with 2 pieces from new and 2 pieces from the old season if you still don't have the new 4 set piece. That's how you go. About my stats, I have a lot of mastery and I have a lot of haste. I think that's the best I've been since I play Elemental. 77% mastery is actually a bit overkill, a bit low in critical strike. You want to have at least 10%. I think that's the goat middle or something. But since I go max juck, still the season 2 trinket, I think that I am actually performing pretty well. About the Reshi Wraps, which is the bag from that season, I am going mastery as a socket. And cool fact that you want to know, you can go and craft your energizing fiber or whatever fiber you're running. It's gonna increase you a bit more stat. I still haven't done it just because I'm actually a dumbass. About crafted items, I'm going the Everforged Dagger since season 1, that's how I'm still playing it. I have Ascension as embellishment, and I'm going Embrace the Darkness, which doubles the effects of other embellishments, which is Ascension. It gives me twice the primary stat. And that's everything about the gear, guys. I would suggest to go and talk about the talents, rotation, and everything you want to know. We are now on our best place and our most favorite place at Elemental Shaman, the dummies. What we're gonna talk about here. First, I wanna talk about the talents. Talents are still absolutely the same I was running in season 2. The reason is actually I'm still with the 2 sets from the old season, and I still prefer to have the elementals. When I get 4 pieces, I'm actually gonna test out Primal Wave, but something I wanna mention, that combination of Primal Elementalist equal Everlasting Elements and Elemental Unity, I think that's still great talent in season 3, just because, as you know, casting Storm Elemental gives you 22% haste, and all of these combined actually extend the duration of that wind gust you receive as a buff. Also, the elementals are actually still dealing pretty decent damage. I don't know if I'm gonna change that in season 3 or I'm still gonna stick with it. The other option is we go Primal Wave with Splintered Elements, which gives you 22% haste when you use your Primal Wave on opener or whatever. So I think having all of these talents actually do a lot more than having Splintered Elements. That's my opinion. Still not sure because I don't have the 4 set, but once I get it I will do an updated guide. And let's talk about the rotation quickly now. The Mythic plus dungeon rotation is pretty proc dependent. Oh, what a surprise. Elemental with procs. The first thing I want to say to everybody who is starting an Elemental Shaman, before you start doing any dungeons or whatever you're gonna do, I would suggest you to just come on the dummies and try to adapt to your class, because Elemental is I think that's the most how do I say it, decision making class out of everything, just because every second you can get a different proc that you have to use optimally to deal as much damage as you can. Why I'm saying that? Because I cannot give you exact rotation for every pool. I can give you opener and everything there is basically randomized. When you use Ascendance, you're gonna have a bit of Maelstrom, but they're not gonna be enough to cast Elemental Blast. So how I'm doing the opener, I'm preparing with Stormkeeper before the pool, then I'm going my ratio, popping Ascendance, and usually I use Nature Swiftness into 1 Chain Lightning, and that's when I'm gonna have full 90 Maelstrom to cast my Elemental Blast, and everything after that becomes absolute random action and decision making you do. Why I'm saying that? Because you can get your Mouse Storm back with that Aftershock talent, which has 25% to refund all of your Mouse Storm. So before you cast Nature Swiftness, then you go Elemental Blast, you have 25% chance to get your Mouse Storm back and be able to cast Earthquake. But if you don't get that Mouse Storm back, you don't have enough Mouse Storm to cast Earthquake, and that's when I'm using Chain Lightning to get enough Mouse Storm to cast Earthquake. And yeah, it's really random. You just need to get used to it. That's why I'm telling you to stay at the dummies and start practicing how to do the decisions quickly enough to optimize your damage. Another cool tip I want to give you is when you have Tempest, and we know we're gonna have a lot of Tempest now, especially with the tier set bonus. When you have Tempest, cast one Stormkeeper. Before that, if you have it, go Tempest, and that way you're gonna queue up 3 or 4 Chain Lightnings, depends on procs. So that's how you do a lot of burst damage. I'm gonna show you now in the rotation. Preparing with Stormkeeper, going Bloodlust, Blood Fury, Ascendance, 1 Chain Lightning, Nature Swiftness, and that's what I was talking to you guys. You just get your Mouse Storm refunded, and for some reason I'm lagging. And that's where you just start building Mouse Storm to cast everything that you can. Just got another Ascendance, and guys, absolutely everything is random on that class. I would suggest you to just train it on a dummy so you don't make mistake. I want to talk about something I just did. You see, Chain Lightning, Lava Burst, Tempest. Why I casted Lava Burst? So the cases I cast Lava Burst are only when I need a bit of Mouse Storm to cast my next spell, which is Elemental Blast or Earthquake, or when I have Tempest just to empower it with that Talent Master of the Elements. That's really the cases where I cast it. And I always cast it if I have Lava Surge. Never ever cast Lava Burst in AoE. That's a really bad move. And guys, let's quickly cover up the raid rotation build and everything associated with the raid talents that I go. The talents are, hero talent is for Seer, and the talents here are around Primal Wave. I still go Elemental Unity, Eco of the Elementals, and Primal Elementalist. Usually you can see people going like that and like that. Instead of taking Power of the Mouse Storm, they take Everlasting Elements and Earthen Rage, which is fine. I just prefer to go Power of the Mouse Storm and Flames of the Cauldron just to be able to cast a Primal Wave. You can actually go between these two. I prefer that one. And the reason is because when Flame Shock deals damage 15% faster, you get more Lava Surges. That's why I'm doing that. So about the rotation, guys, the rotation is not very complicated, especially on single target. You want to cast Lava Burst here. Hard casting as well. On single targets I always hard cast it, and I usually cast it before I cast Elemental Blast just to empower it with my Master of the Elements. So how I'm doing the rotation: when I'm doing the opener, Stormkeeper, I'm going Blood Fury, Ascendance. Usually you can go Bloodlust if you're doing Bloodlust on Instapool, but Stormkeeper, Blood Fury, Ascendance, then I'm popping Primal Wave and Ancestral Swiftness at the same time to get all the Ancestors. And I start building Mouse Storm to cast Elemental Blast. Don't want to cast Earthquake at all because we don't go Echoes of Great Sundering. So you want to spend your Mouse Storm only on Elemental Blast. That's something you want to know. So yeah, nothing very complicated actually. I feel like it's really easy to play. And it's also very fun to play. So let me show you now the rotation. Blood Fury, Stormkeeper, Ascendance, both the Ancestors, Lava Burst. Then I'm popping all of the Lightning Bolts I have, then I'm going Lava Burst just to build as fast Mouse Storm. I forgot to cast Lava Burst because I'm talking and multitasking is not my strongest thing that I can do. But you got my point, that's how you do it. Lightning Bolt, just build up Mouse Storm as fast as you can. use that Ice Fury with Elemental Blast so you can pop it. And yeah, you just wanna spend Mouse Storm on everything. I don't know why today I forget to use my Storm Elemental, but you wanna use it after the pull, like 5 seconds. 5 seconds if you don't have the 4-set bonus and you're still running the old set. So guys, that's everything I can talk about right now. Eventually I will do updated guide when I get the 4-set bonus. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Would be happy if you like and subscribe. And I want to thank once again the members of the channel. Thank you guys for being here. Also, if you have any questions, I answer everything in Discord and absolutely everything in the comments. So make sure to leave a comment if you have any questions. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.